Welcome to the deep dive. Most weeks, we are wrestling with stacks of, dense policy papers or these complex scientific journals.
Yeah, piles of them.
But today, we're proving that a deep dive doesn't always need complexity. Sometimes, all it needs is insight.
And our source material today is just singular and sparkling.
Yeah.
It's a short story that manages to deliver some pretty profound wisdom through, well, just sheer unadulterated joy.
That's it exactly. Today, we are taking a fascinating and fast look at lunch tray ice skaters.
A charming tale that comes from Maple Hollow Elementary. And it really captures the beautiful, simple moment when a totally ordinary school day just turns magical.
So our mission is crystal clear. We are going to explore this narrative step by step.
Not just to enjoy it, though we will.
Right, but to pull out the lessons it holds about self-discovery and kindness, we're sort of treating this story like a knowledge shortcut.
Looking for those aha moments hidden in the details, in the colorful plastic and the glittering ice. We're using a critical lens, but for something just delightful.
Okay, so the scene is set. It's the coldest day of December. Kids are rushing through their lunch.
They want to get to indoor recess.
Mm-hmm.
But before they can, something spectacular happens.
Okay, let's unpack this transformation because it's really the core engine of the whole story.
It is.
It begins with the setting. It's so cold that the cafeteria windows are completely frosted over.
But not just frosted. The author describes them as having these swirly ice patterns, like glittery snowflakes painted right onto the glass.
It just primes you for something wonderful, doesn't it?
It really does. It creates this atmosphere of anticipation. And then you get the catalyst.
The lunch bell rings.
And the lights flicker. Not just a faulty bulb, but a twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.
The story is signaling that the rules of reality are, temporarily suspended.
And as they flicker, the floor transforms. It starts shimmering like a giant, perfect frozen pond.
And here's where it gets really, really interesting. You have those ordinary, stacked up lunch trays.
The most boring thing in the room.
Exactly. And the source says they start wiggling, and then they just sprang to life.
And I think it's so smart to use trays because they symbolize that potential for magic in the most everyday objects.
Absolutely. And right away, we meet our first skaters. Mia's green tray slides out.
And it strikes this utterly graceful ice skater pose. A perfect spin.
And then for contrast, you get Max's red tray.
Oh, I love this one.
It zips past like a speed skater so fast it leaves a trail of, sparkling crumbs?
Sparkling crumbs, yes. And suddenly the whole cafeteria is just filled with these skating trays.
Of course, every good show needs an MC, an announcer.
Which is the purple tray with the glittery edges. It sings out, "Welcome to the tray skating rink."
And then it gives that amazing rule.
Please keep hands and sandwiches inside the rink at all times.
The sandwiches, it's such a perfect, funny detail. It reminds you this is happening right after lunch.
And the kids just burst into laughter and cheers. Some even hop onto the trays for a ride.
Which shows that the magic isn't just happening to them. It requires their imagination, their participation.
That's a great insight. The best moments happen when you allow for that kind of shared imagination.
And the tricks. These aren't just random spins. They're official tray tricks.
Right, which speaks to, different kinds of talents and personalities.
So let's detail these. First up is the pizza spin.
The pizza spin. Okay, so you have to picture this. It's trays spinning in these dizzying circles.
While singing opera?
While singing opera. They're loud, they're showy, totally theatrical.
Okay, then you have the soup slide.
And this one is all about precision and teamwork. The trays zoom from one end to the other, but in perfect formation.
It's controlled excellence.
Exactly. And then there's the last one, which is just pure joy.
The jelly jump.
The jelly jump. Just a wiggly little hop that makes everyone giggle uncontrollably.
It's a great reminder that talent doesn't always have to be grand or precise. Sometimes just making people happy is the point.
So you have all this spectacular, loud, confident fun. But the story pivots.
It does. Amid all this noise and chaos, we find our main character.
Tucked away, quietly, in a corner.
The story shifts focus to introduce Buttercup.
And she's different. She's smaller. She's a shy pastel yellow. And she's just too nervous to skate.
This is the real emotional core of the story. Buttercup is completely paralyzed by self-doubt.
She even whispers to herself.
She does. She says, "I'm not fast like them." And then the really heartbreaking part, "I'm just plain."
Oh, that line. I'm just plain. That's such a universal feeling of inadequacy, isn't it?
It is. She's comparing her quiet self to the loud opera of the pizza spin.
And that's the trap we all fall into. We measure our own value against someone else's biggest, loudest strength.
Which raises an interesting question. Is it easier to be loud and spectacular, or is it actually harder to be quiet and effective?
Oh, luckily, her quiet potential doesn't stay overlooked for long. Mia notices her.
The same girl with the graceful green tray. She walks over to Buttercup, not with a command, but with, with kindness. She's like an emotional coach.
And what she does is so brilliant. She doesn't just say, oh, you can do it.
No, she reframes Buttercup's weakness into a strength. She says, plain, Buttercup, you're the perfect shape for warm-ups.
That is such a key insight. She gave her a role, a low-stakes way to participate.
She lowered the barrier to entry. She didn't ask for a pizza spin right away.
Which is just essential for building confidence in, well, in anything.
She validates her. And then she asks the crucial question, want to skate together?
And Buttercup hesitates. That hesitation is so important. It shows the struggle is real.
Then she nods.
And that's it. That's the first step.
So Mia steps gently onto the tray, and they start to glide. And at first, Buttercup wobbles.
I love that detail. Confidence isn't a switch you flip. It's not instant.
No, it's not. The story shows this beautiful growth pattern. They start with tiny twirls, just building up courage.
And then bigger twirls, as she feels Mia's support. It's an incremental success model. Every little spin reinforces the idea that, hey, I can do this.
She stops comparing herself to the speed skaters and starts focusing on her own movement.
And then, the shining moment.
She finds her groove. She performs a spectacular brand new move, the Buttercup Blossom Spin.
And the description is just beautiful. She doesn't just spin, she sparkled like sunshine on snow.
That warmth, that light, that was her signature strength.
Exactly. She wasn't built for speed or for opera. Her strength was this gentle, dazzling brilliance. The lesson is so clear. Don't copy someone else's talent. Find your own blossom.
And the community's reaction is just as important. The other trays stop what they're doing.
They do. They stop and they gather around her. They start cheering, "Go, Buttercup, you're a natural."
That supportive environment just seals the deal. It validates her contribution.
It shows that true success isn't envied, it's celebrated. Her success made the whole rink better.
But, of course, indoor recess has to end.
The magic is temporary.
The lights flicker one last time, signaling a return to reality. The ice melts. The trays go back to the counter.
And they just look like boring plastic again. As if nothing happened.
But something did happen. The story makes sure we know the emotional change is permanent.
Right. Because when Mia picks up Buttercup to put her away, she finds a little trace of the magic.
A little heart-shaped sparkle glowing in the plastic.
The sparkle is the proof. It's the internalized confidence. The rink is gone, but the knowledge of her own strength is still there.
And Mia gives her one last private affirmation. She whispers, "You did amazing today."
And Buttercup just shimmers warmly, just for Mia. The kindness is returned. The confidence is cemented.
So if we connect this all back to you, the learner, this sweet story really holds 3 essential insights.
Okay, what are they?
First, everyone has a unique strength. Buttercup would have failed if she'd tried to be a speed skater. She had to find her blossom spin.
Right. And second, confidence is built incrementally. You have to embrace the wobble before you can do the big spin.
And the third, and maybe the most profound lesson, is that confidence grows strongest when kindness leads the way.
Mia didn't just watch. She catalyzed Buttercup's success. She was the spark.
Exactly. Even the quietest person or, the shyest little yellow tray can shine with just a bit of encouragement.
It makes you wonder, though, if Mia hadn't given her that specific role, you're the perfect shape for warm-ups.
Would Buttercup have ever even tried?
Maybe not. We often need someone else to help us see where our plainness is actually our greatest strength.
So what does this all mean for you? The real skill here isn't just about finding your own sparkle like Buttercup.
It's also about being the Mia in the story.
Yes, it's about recognizing the potential sparkle in the people around you, seeing that quiet pastel yellow tray in the corner, and knowing it has something amazing to offer.
So here's something to think about. The trays were just boring plastic until they were encouraged to move.
What small, quiet potential in your own life, maybe an idea you're nervous to share or a challenge you're afraid to try, is just waiting for a bit of kindness from you to turn into a spectacular Buttercup blossom spin. Go find that quiet potential and just give it a little nudge today.